Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all keeping very well. I just want to come on and discuss a little bit about the Maui fires, and I just want to also share one or two words with you, prophetic words as well. So, yeah, just when I heard about the Maui fires, I was just kind of sensing it sounds kind of dodgy. It just, I was just feeling this doesn't sound kind of right. But so anyway, I was just, watching, and I, just listened to a few videos and came across a few things that to me really alerts me that there's something else going on. And I wanted to share a word about this as well. So basically regarding those fires, right? There was a couple of kind of strange things that happened that I'm going to highlight, right? One of which was when those fires started, the roads were blocked in and out of Lahaina. Lahaina is the town that was completely burnt up, right? It was completely burnt up by this so-called this wildfire. Um, yep. So the first thing, yeah, the roads were blocked in and out. So people, when they were trying to get out away from the fire, they were meeting these roadblocks, and these police were directing them back into the town, right, on both sides. And there's quite a few witnesses on this, right. um I'll give you the name of a YouTube, the two YouTubers that the two channels that have some video evidence on this, right. And the second thing was there was no water in the hydrants. So there was no water, so the fires they weren't being extinguished, right? No alarm sounded, and this to me was a very strong one because like we all know that Hawaii, because they're so used to getting tsunamis, um, that their alarm system is the best in the world, practically. I remember the 2004 mega tsunami that happened towards Aceh. Do you remember Banda Aceh or whatever? And I remember even the Hawaii had got signals and were sending alarms to that region, or, even though it covered such a big, vast area. But I remember that, and so, for no alarms went off, right? No alarms went off. Um, the winds were very, very strong that time as well, because there was a hurricane out in the ocean and was bringing really high winds on the island as well. So I don't know, but it was just there was a lot to this that was very significant. And I'm going to give you two channel names, right? One is called Hawaiian Real Estate Channel, Hawaii Real Estate Channel, and the other one is Brush Junkie Channel, BRUSH Junkie Channel, and they present a lot of evidence. So have a look at that yourselves. Certainly, Brush Junkie, that channel, the lady there is definitely of the mindset, because she lived in Hawaii. She knows the Hawaiian, she knows a lot about the island, and she believes strongly that it was a land grab, right? So, if that is the case, what I was thinking, or it is, because in my mind I was suspecting that, this was a part of, and I'm nearly afraid to say it because I just don't want to get, taken off here. But the end, we'll just call it the new, order, right? If they're going this far, like, that is like seriously bad. You know what I mean? That means that they're going on to another level of sinister, really. I wanted to read you a word connected with this because I released a video called the torrents crash in. And I released it in July 2020. Yeah, it's called The Torrents Crash In. on my channel, Caroline Diadem, and it was on the 22nd of July 2020. So you can have a look at that. I'll maybe link it down below. And I just want to read you a part of this, right? So I'm just going to jump into it here. These events, okay, so I was talking about the New World Order, right? The Antichrist, let's call it the Antichrist beast system, okay, that's going to come in, right? And so it says here, these events will come upon you so fast, so swiftly and quickly that it would nearly take the legs from under you. Satan works quickly, swiftly, and with haste to bring in as much destruction as possible. His days are short. He knows he has but a brief time to execute his kingdom, to execute his evil destruction against mankind. You will see this as the events begin to be swiftly executed right in front of you. It will take your breath away in what is about to happen. He is not going to wait. He is not going to hesitate. He is going to rush in and drive it in like a torrent. Up to now, the tide has moved in slowly. So this is like this Antichrist system, what the Bible refers to as. But it is also the new order, the new NWO, right? He's not going to wait. He's not going to hesitate. He's going to rush it in. Up to now, the tide has moved in slowly, quietly, and silently. It has been moving around your feet, but now the torrents are going to begin. The waves are going to crash in. You have only seen the small, quiet stillness of a creeping tide. But now, thus says the Lord, the waves are going to break in. The torrents are going to come in. This is what you will see next. So that's very interesting. Have a listen to that whole video actually, because it's a very interesting video, and it's starting to come true. I want to share another word with you as well that I came across in another journal. I've lots of journals, and I have, I've been collecting my prophecies in a book that I want to at some stage publish. But I've realized that I have still a lot of words in my journals, that I haven't. There's a lot I still even haven't shared. Now this one, I don't know if I shared it or not, to be honest, but it's the 27th of Feb 2022, and I came across it there just the other day, and it was just kind of probably when I don't know, it was just kind of shocking, really. So anyway, I'm just going to read it to you, okay? I'm just going to read it to you. So here we go. History will be erased. What was normal to us all will never be again. The freedom we had, the peace we had, the normal family life, the joy of living, socializing, and appreciation of life. Chaos will be the new normal. Truth that was once normal on our planet will be eradicated, and turmoil, deception, lies, and injustice will be the new normal. Incredibly, people will accept this. Not only accept this, but embrace this. We have already had a taste of it with the V's implementations. Our world tolerates and even propagates chronic sin. There is no cure. This sin is ripe for severe discipline. Christ's disciples will be separate. They will be the ones with their eyes wide open. The world will be swallowed in the darkness of the Antichrist. Chaos, night, darkness, and death. It won't be safe outside. Criminality will be everywhere, for the Antichrist is lawless. Therefore, lawlessness will abound. Courts will be a showcase. Justice will greatly diminish. It has already diminished, but it will be more severe. My holy ones will shine as lights. They will shine bright as stars due to the darkness. Christians will not be hid, for they will be separate from the rest of society and their counterparts. They will bring you into a new world, and so erase the old one. that you can never find it again. That is what the communists love to do, strip you of everything that you have. And sorry, I've just love to do. They strip you of everything that you have, only to give you what they are willing to give you. It is that abuser syndrome, trauma bonding, bonding to your abuser. So I saw that and I was just kind of, wow, shocked. But the fact is that, the justice in the courts, we can already see there's tremendous flaws happening already. If your eyes are open, I mean, like as Christian believers, we really need to keep our eyes open and discern these things, because I often find like this spirit of slumber or this spirit of doubt and unbelief kind of creeps over us, and we want to get back into our comfort zone, rather than really see what's going on. But it's really important that we watch and pray. Really important that we watch and pray, because I want to also mention that the Lord, he told me a few years ago, and I have it in some of my prophecies. If you've gone through any of my prophecies, he told me that there would be 3 global judgments. He warned me there was going to be 3 global judgments, and he said the first one would be a shock and a fear, which I believe was COVID, right? And then the second one, he said, would fortify his judgment. And I've been sensing and feeling that the second one is like a storm that's going to come. Some kind of very massive, destructive kind of storm that's going to hit. And then the third one, he said, will make desolate. So have a look at my videos on 3 hammers to the earth. I talk about the first, second, and third hammer on my prophecies. Because, so there's a lot happening. So I think that even though we've got over the COVID situation, it's not time to just fall back asleep again. God has been doing this and using these events to shake the church so that the church can be awake, can wake up from its slumber and recognize the season and the times that we're in, which is absolutely the end times. And if you say to me, oh, like, why do you think it's the end times? I mean, seriously, like, look around you. 5G was the linchpin on bringing in the Antichrist system. That was the linchpin on it. I've said this before, I'll say it again. The Lord said to me that it would be impossible for mankind to control the world except for AI. And AI is here. AI is here right now, So we know that this is all steaming ahead, So that's why I want to share that word with you as well. I've been really been mindful about the Lahaina Fires, and it's like the Lord was, having me pray into it quite a lot as well, and He was bringing it to my attention, so to pray over it, and I was unsettled about what was going on there. I didn't feel it was natural myself, so like my feeling is, my sense is, if this is kind of a new onslaught with the NWs, it just kind of feels like shocking, and it's like on a new level of sinister in my mind, like that's shocking. It's shocking as well that the fact that would people be so sinister as to block that town so that people couldn't even get out. People got saved through going into the water, into the ocean. But it's kind of shocking. Anyway, and the news is not giving it that much attention. Give it a little bit of attention, but the people are still suffering there. They haven't got power or nothing. The town's being wiped out, literally wiped out by that fire. So please keep them in prayer. I think that's really important as well. to keep those people in prayer and support them, you know, financially too, you know. So praise God. Thank you guys. I shall come back to you soon. I have other videos I want to share with you as well, so I will do that as well. God bless you all. Bye.